Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to brioche knit, and we have a lot of brioche knitting patterns for cowls, so I'm going to walk you through how to basically start one of our cowls. We're going to cast on 18 stitches because we want the cowl to be about 7 inches wide, and that's just kind of the gauge that we have for this yarn. If you need to cast on more or less stitches, then just make sure that you always have an even number of stitches, or that you cast on an even number of stitches, because the pattern repeat is this 2-stitch repeat. The thing that's really special about this pattern and these cowls is that there's no border, so there's no sort of knit or purl border around here, so that's why you have to get the right number of stitches on. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and when you cast on, you want it to be pretty loose because we're going to do some pretty interesting stuff here. The first row is kind of different than all the other rows because it's just setting you up. So the first row is, you're always going to hold your yarn in front, and you're going to slip as if to purl, and then you're going to knit one, and then you have to bring the yarn back in front. So there we go. So I've got my yarn in front, slip as if to purl, and this is why you've got to have your stitches pretty loose. And then we're going to knit one, and we knit it. There we go. And then the yarn has ended up in the back, so we bring it back around to the front, slip as if to purl, and knit one, bring the yarn back in front. Pull some more yarn here. Slip, knit one. So this is the first row, and this kind of sets up the pattern, the stitch pattern here. And because it's a 2-stitch repeat, you're always going to end with the knit stitch. If you don't, you know you've done something wrong. Purl, knit, yarn ends up and back, so we bring it to the front. Purl. And so when we knit and we're bringing the yarn around, it creates this extra loop, which is important. So it ends up looking a little bit funny. Slip as if to purl. Whoops. Knit one. Flip. Knit one. Oops. Stab through my yarn. Okay. Bring that yarn back in front. Slip. And knit. Okay, so that's the first row. So row 2, again you're holding your yarn in front. You're going to slip one, and then you're going to knit 2 together. And then you're going to slip one and knit 2 together. So we're always holding our yarn in front. And so these are our 2 loops here. So it's the knit stitch plus that sort of other one that got pulled over the top. And so when you're knitting, just want to knit nice and loose. And then we got to bring this in the front. Going to slip this one as if to purl. And then we're going to knit these 2 together. So they're kind of crossed over. And then we got to bring this yarn back in front. And then we're slip. And then we knit 2 together. Bring that yarn back in front. And then we slip. And then we knit 2 together. And that's all you're going to do. Just bring that yarn back in front. So you just continue this through the whole project until you've got your piece the length that you want. And then once it's the length that you want, you can sew it up, you can sew buttons onto it, or you can just leave it kind of as a long scarf. The brioche has a lot of, kind of pulls out quite wide. Has a lot, it's very soft and bouncy. And once you get this basic technique down, then you can start playing with the more advanced stuff, which is the 2-color stuff, which is really, really cool. You kind of end up with a color in the front and a color in the back. So there we go. So that's row 1 and row 2, and all you do is flip it over and repeat that second row again. Now I'm going to show you how to bind off your brioche. So when we were working our brioche, we always wanted our yarn in front, and for the bind off row we always want to have our yarn in back. So we're going to slip 1 as if to purl, and then we're going to knit 2 together, and then you just take that first stitch and pass it over that stitch you just knitted. Then we're going to slip 1 as if to purl, and then you take that knitted stitch and put it over that slip stitch. And then we're going to knit 2 together, and then we pass this stitch over. So you're just following your pattern. So this is the slip as if to purl, and as you go you just pass that stitch over. This is knit 2 together, and that's it. So you just keep the yarn in the back the whole time, continue with your rhythm, passing each stitch off as you go. Knit 2 together and pass it over. So you just continue with that until you get all the way to the end, and then you just snip your thread and pull it through the loop just as you would with the normal bind off. Slip. There you go, and just as we always did with our rows, you want to make sure that you're ending with a knit 2 together. Oops. There we go. Alright, and then I would just snip my yarn, pass it through this loop, and pull tight. There we go. You want to make sure that you're binding off real nice and loose, so that, because the brioche kind of pulls quite wide, so having a really loose bind off helps to sort of make it go wide. So now I'm going to show you 9, 10, yeah.
The following podcast contains explicit language.
Brioche. For the bind off row, you're going to have your yarn in back. So, you know, when we were working, we had our yarn in front the whole time. This time we have it in back. So you're going to slip 1 stitch as if to purl, and then you're going to knit 2 together, and then you just take that slip stitch